What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of It Could Be Better, episode 30. We are getting mature. My name is Yannis Pappas.
And I'm Nate.
And we're joined, as always, by the one and only Chris Laika. Yo. And we are also joined by special guest, comedian from Boston, Joe List.
Hello, everybody.
What's up, Joe?
Say it lower.
Yeah, a little lower. No, nobody can hear.
Sorry. Fucking hello, everybody.
All right.
I was fucking easing into
language.
it. I was easing into it.
That's your demographic. I watch the language for Nate's demographic.
Yeah.
So we're excited to have Joe. Joe set us up with a very, very, very valued interview. We're very psyched about it. We interviewed comedian Nick DiPaolo.
Yeah, one of our, Joe gets to work with him, which is awesome, and then all of us, huge favorite. He was in Lucky Louie. He's had 3 half-hour specials. We say some stuff at the end of the interview. NickDip.com is his website. And, I mean...
He's been on Letterman a bunch.
He's been on Letterman.
He always does the roasts for everybody. He's like just one of the funniest comedians working.
A favorite on Stern, right?
Yeah, always on
quite
Stern.
a bit. O&A. He wrote for the Oscars.
Wrote for the Oscars.
Won an Emmy writing for the Chris Rock show.
Chris Rock show. They actually didn't win that year, but he was nominated.
Yeah. Nominated
for
an
the Chris
Emmy.
Rock show.
And then he, what he just did, I don't know. Oh, Dan Patrick show. He fills in for Dan Patrick.
And the Dennis Miller show.
And the Dennis Miller show. So.
And Shorty's watching Shorties, which was funny.
Yeah.
Patrice O'Neal.
And we could do an hour.
Just one of the funniest guys working, and maybe of all time. So
and he's going to be on the new Louis C.K. show.
Yeah.
On FX.
Yes, he will be.
So, we're going to let you, we did the interview. It's about 23 minutes. It's kind of low. So, turn your speakers up.
It was, we were backstage at Caroline's right before we went on, too. So that's why there's people knocking on the door and shit.
Yeah, we talk about comedy. A little bit about politics.
They're going to hear it now.
Yeah, I'm just setting it up.
They still may be on the fence right now.
You know what? Let's
set it up.
Let's just give them. Here's what he said. We're not even going to play it.
No, you give him the topics. You fucking get him excited. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I
Chris
forgot you're a professional broadcaster.
I'm
I'm going through some things, but I'm okay.
I know you're okay.
I'm okay. I'm at peace with everything.
Nick tells you how to get laid in the next 3 minutes.
He cures cancer. So enjoy the segment, and we'll be back to talk to you after you listen to it. Thanks.
It's our ad. We're here. Yeah. All right. This is the It Could Be Better podcast. Is what we call
what?
It Could Be Better.
Could be better? Oh,
yeah.
That's appropriate.
Yeah. We let all our listeners know they can never say nothing about it. Because we are.
That's sad, though. That's what I hate about the fucking internet world. The little fucking cunts out there just snap at you.
Yeah. That's all they do.
Nothing positive to say.
No. And they do nothing. They just trash us.
Well, yeah, they're 15 years old and they feel safe in their bedrooms.
And we need them. That's what the bad part is.
Don't.
Well, thanks again for doing this. We're here with Nick DiPaolo.
Nick DiPaolo.
One of our favorite.
Definitely.
And we got a Joe List. We're here also, who's one of my good friends. So,
can I say?
Yeah.
Nate is one of my very, very best friends. I have brought him around, got him some work.
Some Motley's.
And
we went to Motley's last week.
I have not been invited to be on this show until they wanted Nick on the show. And I am here.
And
you are here.
Yeah.
If I knew you better, I would have got you on, but you and Nate got a
I've been saying let's get Joe List for a long time.
Yeah, we've been trying to score you, but
Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it.
Nate's been blocking it.
All right. So we're gonna start. You're a comic.
Oh, this is going good.
This is already.
I feel good about this already.
Is this the Chris Farley show?
So you're a comic.
So, but I
dabble.
What is interesting? You played football. We were supposed to go to the Army game, the Army Vandy game.
Yeah.
And then you're a big college sports fan. You played football for University of Maine.
Yeah, real football factory.
Yeah. Well, Joe said there was a really funny. You had a funny story about was it a banquet where you could have went D1.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't. Well, it is Division 1.
I mean, yeah.
Well, no, I was supposed to get a football to UNH.
Oh, really?
And my senior year, they had a banquet at the end of the year, and the head speaker was the head coach of the University of New Hampshire.
Yeah.
So he's the guest speaker, and he's sitting there, and meanwhile, coaches go up and rave about each player. And one of the coaches went up and talked about how I played in the last 4 games, the last half of the season actually with my shoulder in a leather harness to keep it from coming out of the socket. And then I went to scholarship.
And then, you just
Come
knew
on.
it immediately, like, oh, he's doing it.
I didn't. No, I was young and naive,
Yeah.
and I didn't think. Now, knowing what
Yeah.
I know, I'm like, yeah, I can see why he did that.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I was just sitting there going, no, that just shows how tough I am.
Yeah.
This guy loved me.
This guy, I want to start next year probably.
Yeah,
And then-
exactly. And the guy, calls my coach and goes, what the fuck, you selling me here, the Tin Man? Kids get plastic hips and shit. And so I walked on at Maine and earned a partial scholarship.
Were you fullback or?
No, I was recruited as a defensive back. I played both ways in high
Yeah.
school, but in between the end of my senior in high school and my freshman year, I had to have my shoulders, both of them, reconstructed. So I ended up playing offense up there because it's, believe it or not, it's less of a beating. Any of this, if I
Yeah.
made an arm tackle, I'm going to lose my.
Yeah.
So I played running back for a couple of years up there. It was fun.
So you had to like switch, you had to put on pounds and everything for.
I was in good shape. But,
So that's pretty other because now I know you you host sometimes the Dan Patrick show.
yeah.
That's unbelievable. I mean, he's an unbelievable show. So that's gotta be so you kind of almost get to just go right into sports.
Yeah, it was fun. That was a great show because they had 3 other guys who were the sports fanatics. I mean,
Yeah.
20 years ago, I knew 10 times more about sports than I know now.
Yeah.
When you get to be in your
Do you
40s,
stay
you don't
in
give
the,
a fuck whether the Celtics won or not.
Yeah.
Can I make the mortgage?
Do you stay in the? So you get to go to his where they shoot the show because they shoot. I see it on DirecTV.
Yeah, the little man
Yeah.
cave in Connecticut.
You do the golfing and the
Yeah, I didn't do it, but there's a golf, there's a fucking basketball. It's like an 18-year-old kid's bedroom.
yeah. It looks like it's a dream.
Well, it is for a guy, and there's like a working bar with
Yeah.
fucking taps
Yeah,
that
yeah.
actually work and leather furniture and exposed brick, and he lives like within walking distance, so it's got to be sweet.
Oh, so it's got it.
I mean, I'd love that, but I wouldn't want to just talk, sports. I like to dip into
Mix it up.
politics a little bit.
Like you do a lot of the
Little bit.
Fox and
Little
what they
bit.
are.
Not a lot, but when they ask me, I'll go and play the stooge for those twats.
You started in Boston, right? You were there for
Yeah.
I think your bio said 2 years. And
Yeah.
You moved to,
Yeah.
was your class of guys like Louis? Was that your class of guys?
Louis was actually, Louis started a little ahead of me, probably a year ahead of me, or whatever. But Louis started like he was 17.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, 16 or 17. It was fucked out.
So you were done with college already?
Yeah.
And that's when you got in?
Yeah, I did. I had a day job for a couple of years out of college.
Yeah.
From like 84 to 86. Did an open mic in the summer of 86, but then I had to move to Rhode Island for my day job. Came back in the spring of 87, and that's when I did my second open mic, and from there on I just,
Did
What
that
made
every
you, what
day.
made you want to do it? What gave you the inclination?
I don't know, high school, the reason, everybody thought I was really funny, and this kid Bob Murphy I hung out with, who was fucking, literally a genius. He was like graduated first in our class, and he's a really funny Irish fucking Boston kid, and just brilliantly funny, and every party we went to in high school would end up, me and him sitting at the kitchen table with 40 people around, listening to us exchange barbs, and, I was always attracted to it. Even like when I was 10, 11 years old, I used to try to stay up and watch the Tonight Show,
Yeah.
the monologue part. My parents would be downstairs and I'd be looking through the door. Somebody else told that story
Yeah.
recently too. Somebody famous. I read in a Playboy, one of those magazines.
Yeah, that seems like a like a
Playgirl.
What was it?
There was so much cock. But I was just attracted to it. I remember
Yeah.
seeing Jay Leno on the Merv Griffin show. Had they started the fucking show?
No.
Of course not.
What is it about Boston? There's so many good comics that come out of Boston. Was the scene? Did you guys really have a quality control?
Well, I used to believe that.
Show list. The new generation.
Boston's just it's funny. It's got this independent streak. It's where it all started. It's funny. It's independent.
If you want to start,
Yeah, please do, Ray.
10, 20.
Yeah,
Alright.
perfect. That was my dad.
Yeah, it's pretty full.
Yeah, it's probably full. That's my bow tie.
It's full.
Yeah, it's full then.
We're doing a movie.
So sorry. What's the question?
Yeah, because
Sandy Duncan, yes. I found her. She had nice ass kids.
because there was that documentary about the scene in Boston.
I know. And I was asked to do that. Fran Salavita called me. He was in L.A. He thought I was going to go out to L.A., which, you know, if I had a fucking career, I would have been out there anyway. But I'm like, Frank, come on, this ain't going to see the light. And then I watched it, and I was so pissed.
It was really good.
What are you doing? You're a little distracted. We'll get you on. Relax, man.
Look at like the light.
This fucking kid's going to be on NBC. He's all fucking...
Last conversation.
Yeah, so I was pissed that I didn't partake in that. Because it brought back... I watched it like when I first got a hold of it. I watched like 5 times in a week. It just brought back a flood of fucking memories.
You were there like when all that was going on.
Yeah, they were ahead of me.
Yeah.
I was at the ass end of that movement, you know.
Yeah.
But I was there, you know, the open mic night at Stitches and Comedy Hell and all those guys.
Yeah.
They were the guys busting my balls when I
Yeah.
was new.
Yeah.
But they sort of took me under their wing because I could, you know.
You were right.
I could survive.
Yeah.
After following them, I'd be fighting for my life, but they could see I had some potential.
Yeah.
There was one line in the movie that I remember. Somebody said, I can't remember who was being interviewed, but they said, if it was suspected that you were reminiscent of any other voice, you weren't even allowed on stage. Like originality was valued so much back then, and we have a conversation that we spoke about when a comic borrows another comic's voice and kind of tries to borrow his cadence.
Yeah.
I'm here.
What do you think about that?
That wasn't. First of all, back then, you know, there was no Comedy Central. There was none of that shit. So you couldn't sit home. A young guy couldn't sit home. You know, you're talking about the movie. That covered from like 78?
78 to 88.
To 88. It wasn't really, there was no Comedy Central. And those guys in Boston hadn't, gone out to L.A. and all. The comedy wasn't that, hadn't exploded yet.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, it was original. It was unintentionally original. People didn't know how to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which is a good thing. Now we've got to the point where people can sit home. I mean, people always tell me, I saw this open mic at doing your stuff in New Jersey. I mean, people sit home and watch my special and rewrite the shit.
Right.
Or Geraldo. And that's the first thing I tell young guys. Don't watch it. It's hard not to because you want to see your friends around or whatever the fuck. But don't watch it. And don't. Nothing bums me out more. I'll go to a club. I'm in Houston, and there's like a local comics hanging out for the whole weekend watching me. Really? I'm sorry, I don't trust you that much.
Right.
I don't fucking know you. It's like looking in my bedroom window.
Right.
Go fucking work. What are you doing? You want? I don't know. I didn't do that when I was young. I mean, I didn't sit and watch the whole show at Nick's.
Right.
You know.
So you think
maybe the first year, but
Yeah.
I don't know. People do that, and then they might not intentionally steal your stuff, but it plants a seed in your fucking head, and that's why you see a lot of derivative stuff.
Yeah, that's what like a tell is a big in New York. You see a tell a lot in people's voices.
Yeah.
Because they go, and I've noticed I've watched a tell seller, and then you have to leave because I could catch myself doing one in my own head. It wouldn't even be. I don't think people realize it. You catch yourself like, oh, that's
Yeah.
because it's such a.
Well, I said it to a kid. I won't mention his name, but I said it to him. And I guess it. Will you tell me? It fucked him up. But they need to hear it. I'm like,
right.
What are you doing?
It's like doing Brian Regan. That's how he gets a laugh is the way he tells it.
It's almost like his cadence, his comedic cadence.
Yeah, well, we're all a little. I mean, we're all. It's one thing to be influenced, but we fucking copy somebody's cadence exactly.
Right.
But I find myself sometimes doing Robert Klein, punching the line at the end of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's kind of a cat skill delivery that what everybody was doing.
Yeah. I had a 6-month period. I was doing Carrot Top. It wasn't until I watched the tape. Oh, it's Carrot Top. I could have done something a little funnier.
Yeah.
Kind of my bad on that one. I apologize.
So do you think it's worse for someone to take someone's written joke, like the words, or their actual delivery and cadence and persona? All the
It's
same.
equally fucking taking somebody's shit, period.
Right.
But this Napster generation thinks everything's theirs for the taking.
It's like the college because we did a college and We were just saying because they had a sit down or what is it? A sit.
Yeah, we did a tour together, college tour, and they had a sit-in protest after which leads us into our next thing we want to talk to you about is political correctness in the college shows. Like I've noticed that every college show I do, there's groans. You say anything, you talk about anything, they groan. And, yeah.
So I don't do.
Have you noticed that get worse and worse?
Well, I don't know because I stopped doing them.
Right.
I did a couple the last couple of years with Joe, and I was surprised that they weren't bothered by my stuff.
What I found, if I may interject with your stuff, or do I have to?
Yeah, probably a little. Yeah.
What I found with your stuff is it's so much of that they eventually were just like, I guess that's what we're getting. And enjoyed it. But with us,
I didn't hear moaning at the beginning.
But for me, it was more like I'll do one joke that's kind of and not even hard. They're like, whoa! But your stuff is so much just getting.
Yeah, but it's that, and they've seen me on TV.
Right.
They've seen my Comedy Central Presents. They know what's coming.
Right.
And fucking kids who are really offended when they see it on TV aren't going to go to the show then.
Right.
Or but. I mean, I think the kids are fucking tired. That last college show we did was great for me. I mean, I couldn't believe they're tired of it. They have to be tired of it.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
Believe me, I don't do many colleges for that reason, but now that I sort of been around a long time, they know what's coming. And like he says, I'll fucking force it down their throat.
Right.
If you got to do that shit, you have to do it with conviction. You can't just drop in a racial joke in the middle of a set about, the rest of the set you're talking about whatever, then you fucking drop something political in there. It's not going to work, especially if it's politically incorrect. If it's defending, fat chicks on campus, they'll laugh. Whatever these twats are whining about today.
You go a different direction politically than most comics, too. I mean, that's gotta feel kind of a void.
I went in the direction that made it hard to get a job and show up. There's probably a lot of... This business attracts, people who kind of lean left, I guess,
Yeah.
Somebody said about me, Colin and Louie were talking about stuff and said, most comics, the persona is like you're a loser in life and that type of thing. And Colin's like, DiPaolo comes out like he's a winner. And I'm like, well, excuse me, for fucking having some self-esteem. I didn't know you had to be fucked by your uncle to get into the arts, you know what I mean?
Well, most of us didn't play D1 ball. This is why we had to be
No, exactly right. And you know what? The industry fucking can't stand a guy like me.
Right.
I really believe that. It's fun. I lived in LA for 5 years. I went on pilot. I went on hundreds of auditions. I see who runs it. It's not people, they look at me and go, he fucking reminds me of a kid that beat me up in high school or whatever the fuck. And you're going to hold that against me?
Yeah.
You're the one who does, you're the one who says prejudging people is the worst thing you can do, but they'll pigeonhole you in a second. I don't have anything in common, too much in common with the people. Even my buddy Colin Quinn, he was into sports in the 70s, I guess, when I didn't know him. But I don't have much in common with a lot of these people. But I'm strongly opinionated and I know how to write a fucking joke.
That's like John Voight, I think, had. I heard of a director.
Nate?
Yeah,
Nate's very
lean
right,
yeah.
to say the least. Yeah.
I do.
And lean right stands on the right.
Stand on the right, yeah.
Stands on
all
red,
the way.
white.
But John Voight, I heard, got someone was like, I wouldn't audition him because he was such a big.
Yeah, everyone was talking at him.
Huh?
I said everyone was talking at him.
Is that say
Come
wrong?
on, Nick, that's kind of
Doing a little Midnight Cowboy.
Yeah. All right.
Well, you ran into a little trouble recently, right? Or do you want to talk about that? When someone said you're a Christian comic, and
Oh.
so you're not. You don't consider yourself a
Yeah.
Christian comic.
Yeah. Because I do a joke about evolution, saying I don't believe in it, and then they said I was, and I said I'm a Christian, and then they said I was like a Christian comic, and then he was like, well, I'm not a church circuit Christian comic.
So you denying Christ right now?
No, I'm not.
Almost got
Judas?
Yeah. I'm on board.
Yeah, well, they love to do that,
Yeah.
You never see liberal comedian, do you? When you watch a TV, somebody interview, you don't see conservative. It always says conservative commentator, Rush Limbaugh. It never says liberal.
Yeah, they
commentator.
hate Limbaugh. Like, do you like Limbaugh and Glenn Beck? And I listen to him. I like both of them. I've read Glenn Beck's book, and I'm on board with him. I don't think there's nothing wrong with Glenn Beck, and they go.
No, he's telling the fucking truth as he sees it, and We haven't heard the truth for so long in this fucking country because you know who grabbed a hold of the fucking media years ago.
Yeah.
They did a number on us. I think it was Allen Ginsberg. He was like a fucking poet from the 60s, real hippie fuck. I think it was him.
Howell, yeah.
He said, we'll get you children. I think it was him.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. It might have been. Either that was Khrushchev. It was somebody, seriously.
One of the two.
It was somebody way far fucking left. Said, we'll get you children, meaning we're going to grab a hold of the institutions.
Yeah.
And they did.
Yeah.
And we're fucking suffering now. You see what's going on in Arizona?
Yeah.
You'd think they were fucking shooting people, which they should have been doing.
Yeah.
We have a fucking right to protect them. You hear the conversation? It's fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
They just played him on listening to the radio on the way in here. Played a clip of the president going, well, he's giving a speech in Iowa. You take your kids out for ice cream, and they're going to ask where your papers are. That ain't the way to go.
Yeah.
That ain't what's going to fucking happen. If you run out of the ice cream store and you get fucking sugar on your nose, they might stop you.
Yeah, because that's the you've almost created a problem by letting so many in that now
of course
you're having to do an extreme route because you
that if you read the history books for the last 20 years, the kids grew up on it, California. It says right in the books that Mexico was stolen. This is what they were raised on. Now they're fucking whatever. It's just hilarious the way they frame it. It's all emotional on the left. There's no fucking. But when you ask them when you go, so what would you do with these illegals? They don't have an answer. Well, I don't know, but we can't be stopping them and checking it like it's Nazi Germany. I love that analogy too. I was on Dennis Miller's show today. I go, they keep bringing up this Nazi Germany. Really, were the Jews sneaking into Germany? I don't remember that. Were the Jews climbing over the fence into Germany and killing people here and there and bringing drugs over?
Yeah.
How did they get there in the first place?
I don't remember the Goldberg scaling a fucking barbed wire fence to get into Krakow. Is that how you remember it?
I know.
They just play that card, and he's so fucking, the president's so cynical and has nothing statesman about him.
Have you always been on the right, or you raised like that, or?
I wasn't not raised. I mean, I just believe what I believe.
Yeah.
My parents never tried to inject anything.
Yeah. Because that's like the famous Winston Churchill, that quote where it says if you're liberal in your 20s, or something,
If you're not a liberal at 30, you have no heart. If you're still a liberal at 40, you have no brain.
Yeah.
What? The quote he's trying to quote?
No, I keep hearing
accurately.
the fucking banging the door.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks.
I thought I was just here to fucking correct quotes perfectly. I know.
Well, I just said, I know what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the fucking audience, these 4 people may not know.
Yeah. 4. We hope it's 4.
This goes out across the world.
Yeah. I
NBC
say 4
is
because
just in
Dave's
this
parents
country.
have passed away.
What
That was
about
a good one.
with Fox? Like, I hate
Okay.
too. Like, so they say that people don't like Fox because it's like a right wing channel, but that seems insane because every other channel. It's not every channel.
You forget nothing about a liberal point of view for fucking 40 years on TV. Now it looks really right when you hold it up against what you've been getting for 40 years.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem it to me. But there's both. There's extremists on both sides. But they exaggerate that.
Yeah. Another one.
No, that's it, man. That's it.
Oh.
Lucky Luke. We want to
Oh
talk about
yeah,
the new
you're
Louis
doing
show.
the new Louis show, right?
Yeah.
What is it?
Out in June.
The last one was great. I can't believe HBO didn't give it more of a shot. It's crazy.
I don't know. Some people like it, some people hated it.
Right.
And some of the writing was really good, and some wasn't. I think Louis would tell you that. They could have gave more support, I thought. But yeah, if they left it on, I'm sure it would have got big.
They usually do. Most shows they leave on for like at least 2 seasons.
There's a new regime over there. Who knows but this now it's FX, and they seem to be behind them. It's coming out in June, I think.
Well, it seems like FX and like TBS and all that stuff is going to start. With Conan going to TBS and FX and IFC has put out some stuff, so a lot of people are letting people
Well,
go more
FX
free.
nailing it with what's that?
Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yes, that
Sunny in
show
Philadelphia.
and the show about the advertising industry. So what is it?
Mad Men?
Mad Men.
Yeah.
Mad Men. So they're doing really great programming. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and then you have a DVD coming out, right? Like, I saw it on your website.
Oh, we're
All right.
shopping it
Yeah,
around
we
right
can-
now. So
Yeah.
I don't know where it's going to be, but it'll obviously be available on the internet eventually.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're still waiting here for Showtime for somebody else.
Is there anywhere where people can go to buy it, or they should know?
Straight to fucking hell.
All right, check it.
NickDip.com.
Yeah, nickdip.com or nickdipolo.com. Eventually, it's not out there yet.
Did someone have DiPaolo, or did you have to do dip? Did you just do Nick Dip? So
Yeah, somebody did jump on mine at the beginning.
Really?
Somebody jumped on before I did.
That seems like a weird, because you have to, I always heard you got to buy your name early,
Yeah,
so
I
people
know.
don't.
Somebody just, but I eventually I got it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
You
I
had
did
to
both.
buy it from the. Was it a whole thing?
Yeah, it was cheap though. It wasn't anything. I
Like
forget
Madonna.
how-
Someone bought Madonna and like it was like $1 million. I
Right.
heard they tried to charge her for her name.
Yeah. People do it as like an investment, like that, because they know that. You know.
I guess we're going nowhere. No one's even kind of bought. No
Nobody's
one's even tried.
Yannis Pappas, I've checked. It's still good. It'll be good for a little while. Well, thanks for.
Yeah,
you're
thank you.
actually one of all of our favorite
Yes.
comedians. You're one of the best
Thanks,
that I've ever
fellas.
seen do it. Thanks for coming on.
I appreciate it.
Is it gonna be weird now when we go watch you?
Yeah, I feel like we should watch it. We're all gonna be doing DiPaolo.
Yeah, you should go do a set somewhere. Yeah, you're not gonna learn anything tonight, trust me.
Our set's in by 7. So.
AM.
Yeah,
We did a couple of open mics at
Did a couple of
5:30.
Nooners, couple of nooners.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much
Thanks
for
so much,
doing
Nick.
this.
No problem, guys.
All right, we are back. So you just listened to Nick DiPaolo, nickdip.com, and you might notice I think I did a lot of the reins on that.
You did, brother.
I
and you
said,
did a great job.
I said like 3 words.
You had a great
I
one, though.
awkwardly leaned against the fucking bathroom door.
Well,
Yeah,
that was I think that was one of the most nervous I've been. I think we all it's just because we we all look up to him.
I was more
I think
nervous
it's
than
so
you,
funny.
though. That's why
Yeah.
you took the reins, because I was just like, hamina. I was like Ralph
Yeah.
Cramden.
Well, you guys could talk college football and George Bush.
Yeah. I figured
Yeah.
you guys had that connection. I was just nervous he was going to call me like a lefty cunt or something.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Just from me opening mouth. I can tell you're a fucking lefty cunt, you fucking...
I told them that one of you was a lefty and one was a righty, so I knew.
That's what Nate told me,
You
too.
can walk into the room and just know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ethnic-looking one over here with the eyebrows. Probably leaning left.
The hair is
Yeah.
probably leaning to the left.
The one with the bead
The
necklace
flavor, yeah.
with the slow accent. Good chance
The
he's,
one that's wearing the same stuff that I think you wore the last time I've met him.
A digital
He
watch.
doesn't-
A digital
he
watch
doesn't-
is also a good
That's a
indicator.
good giveaway, yeah.
Yeah. So but I thought I thought it went good, and I thought it was fun, and I mean we just think he's so great, and then we got to go sit and watch him afterwards, which
Yeah.
is
Which he said was stupid for us to do as
yeah,
comedians.
that's what
Yeah, as you
And,
heard.
and he doesn't really appreciate it. So, but
you know what I get what he's saying, like
Yeah,
I mean, like it's like guys go and instead of trying to go get spots, because that was the whole thing when we go here to go to the cellar, we would go. You're supposed to go hang out at the Comedy Cellar, or you hang out somewhere. A lot of people would, but the whole point of it was you go to spots, and that's where you go at 11 or midnight. You don't show up at 8 and go hang out there. Like you should be working. Even if you're not working, I think it's good to at least give a persona, like give something out that looks like you're working.
Perception.
Perception. is
As
the
you
word
guys,
they're using.
as you guys know, we've talked about that before in the podcast. About when we talk comedy, we talked about it's a conversation we've all had before about taking someone's persona, taking their joke. So you heard the segment with DiPaolo and what he had to say about it. So that's what we're.
And this is the Joe List from I think we talked about. I was in Boston.
Joe
last week.
List, yeah.
So
He's
yeah.
the dude who will be taking my place. When these
that
dudes
too.
fire me. So
What do
Really?
you
get used to him. Yeah, that's what they
do?
were
Stuff's
telling me.
happening, Joe.
Oh,
yeah.
thanks everybody.
Moves are being made.
You might be on a podcast.
We are
Very
also
own.
we're banterless again. Looks like
Yeah.
we should call him and fire him again.
We
should
have
make that
Frank Gallo, Joe.
I do not.
Oh,
Of
yeah,
course
we-
he does.
What do
Keep
you
it from
know?
the gallows pole. That's a Led Zeppelin song. I'm just gonna
Nice.
answer questions that are asked directly to me.
so
So musically improvise. Led Zeppelin, one of Nick DiPaolo's favorite bands.
Is
Yeah.
it really?
Yeah, I'm friends with him. That's why he was on the show. Anyways,
yeah, Joe did get
Yeah,
us.
Joe did
Joe
score us.
ran it,
We
scored
said
it
that at
big,
the beginning. We said
Oh,
that,
right,
yeah.
right.
You had stage fright at that point.
I just
because
feel like
we went on air.
I feel like I was trying to let him have his time. I didn't think anyone wanted to hear from me. I still do not think they want to hear from me, and so I'm going to be quiet again.
We do want to hear from you.
No,
Joe.
you're
That's
gonna-
why you're here.
Yeah,
You're
that's
here.
why you're here now.
Granted, I didn't think they wanted to hear from me because Nick was on. Now I don't know why they don't want to hear from me. Perhaps.
Well, you're going to be on the National Broadcasting
He'll be on
Corporation.
Last Comic Standing coming up. When does
it's
it
the,
air?
it's the National Broadcasting Company,
Company.
I believe.
Yeah.
I still want to say
This
corporation.
fucking guy.
Fucking communist over here. That's what he is, a
I
communist.
improv.c. I wasn't sure. Okay.
I will be. I will be on. I will be on How I Met Your Mother.
That's CBS, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That was a trick. That was a trick. Whoever answered that was gay.
Boom, boom, boom.
Booyah.
Nathaniel. Joe List will be on Last Comic Standing, which will air on
June 7th. It premieres
June 7th.
on NBC. It's a Monday night.
Make sure you catch the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
I don't want to say what's
See where this is
happening.
going.
And,
Here we go.
Go follow Joe. Find him on Facebook. He is a very funny comic. You're going to be hearing a lot more from him. We're glad to have him here.
Thanks,
as
everybody.
well.
And that was Joe List, everybody.
That was
Thanks,
Joe List. Thanks, Joe.
All right.
You really said it like you were looking.
I like fucking Joe because we're coming.
We have actually have not fucked. I want
We
to
have not
correct
fucked.
that. He
I'm
said
just
it.
saying I like
like
fucking Joe. Like, you know, I'm just cursing a lot. We came to chew. We were coming back to Chris's to record the podcast, and Joe's like, you know what? I'm gonna get a beer. Let's go get some beers. So we're drinking a couple of beers because he's Irish and he's from Boston.
Yeah,
and he's like, we're gonna do some stuff. Are we gonna sit and talk?
Yeah, well,
Good time for a beer.
Well,
We'd
I
like to
figure
get after
somebody
it.
should be comfortable in my apartment.
It's gonna be so hard not to talk about. All right.
Oh yeah.
So-
well, everybody knows
Well-
that my roommate is my ex-girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend. And it's going good.
Ex-fiance.
And that's going good.
Well, you know, it has its ups and downs.
Yeah.
One weekend, but hey, I that's fine. Who gives a shit?
Right. We haven't checked into the voicemails for
So-
the winter
oh,
date
yeah.
with Chris, but keep sending them in.
And-
There was no new ones. I think Michael Clay left another one, but I didn't really listen to it. I'll check it out.
So,
Okay.
DiPaolo's set was, let's talk about, like, what because it was,
Wow.
we're enormous fans, so, and you got DiPaolo is, I don't know, like,
Let's start with explaining his personality.
Yeah.
Joe, you said you worked with him. Took you 2.5 years. You were frightened of him, and you were opening for him and working with him.
yeah, very
he asked
uncomfortable
you,
around
he
for
likes
a
your
long
comedy,
time. Yeah.
he goes, I want you to, and you're still on, you know.
I'm not now. I was then because he's an intimidating guy, and he's I don't know. It's hard to describe. I know him well now, and I know he's a wonderful man. But I was afraid of him then because he's quiet and has a fairly angry disposition. It seems, and can be
Tad bit aggressive. I think.
aggressive, volatile, I guess. So I was frightened of him.
Where's his heart on
Quite
his
a while.
sleeve?
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely wears his heart on his sleeve. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So was there a point where would you remember when you stopped being intimidated? Was it like a moment where he was ribbing you and you ribbed him back and you were like, all right,
When y'all
now.
finally kissed?
No, it was kind of we haven't kissed. I don't think there was a moment. It was just a long time of spending a lot of time together where we started regularly having lunch where I would be like, instead of just listening and laughing, which is what you do most of the time when you're around Nick, because he speaks in punchlines, I would start to be like, I also think this, or I disagree with that, and we would start talking a little more sports and whatnot.
Do you guys argue politics a lot? Because you're more of a guy on the left. He's obviously on the right, hardcore.
We don't argue too much. Well, the thing about Nick is much more educated than I and most everyone I know. He's a really into that's what he does. I mean, he watches and studies everything that's going on. So he knows more than I do. So I'm not on the same level of him to argue. So I learn a lot from him, but don't argue enough because he's the kind of guy where if I was like, well, I think this, he has a lot more.
More to say.
He has a lot more ammo than I have.
Right, and he says it loud.
When we argue sports usually, or comedy, I guess.
Cool. Well, he had his set tonight, and Nate, how did that go, buddy?
It was great. We enjoyed it.
We loved it, man.
He did get into a argument with the guy up front.
Yeah.
There was a guy up front, but the guy was drunk, and it's just it's great. You know, it's to see it though is like you can see a guy like him has been doing it for like 23 years.
Yeah.
I think
87.
87. So 23 years of just getting just screamed at and like people being drunk, and he was like kind of busting balls with the guy up front, and that guy knew who he was, so that's what he does. It's not a
I'm
shock.
not sure if he knew him. Did he know him?
Yeah, he said he goes to the Playwright all the time. Like that's the bar next door where all the comics go. I know he knows it. Like they. So I don't. If you can't tell, then if you can't tell within 5 minutes what you're getting into, then you're an idiot. Like right when he walks out, you're like, oh, okay, this is the show. It's going to be. And the guy was going back and forth, and it was fine. But then you could see the guy was hammered, and then Nick didn't even say nothing to him really. And then the guy like stand up and try to fight him.
Yeah.
And the guy was huge.
He was a huge man. He's a huge man.
But Nick's a big guy too.
So what happened was Nick's very aggressive with the audience. He's very good. He tells people to shut the fuck up. He looks people. He calls them name. Not necessarily.
He's what you want to do as a comic.
Deep day. He's what every comic wants to say. It's like it's not sugar coated.
Yeah.
He'll just call you a fucking asshole, stuff like that. He'll just look at you and be like, "You're a fucking asshole." So he was ribbing the guy a lot, and the guy, I guess, was taking it good for a while.
Yeah.
And then it just switched.
Yeah.
And then the guy stood up and wanted to fight him, which rarely happens. Apparently, it happened twice to him at 2 clubs named Giggles.
Yeah. That was
One
hilarious.
in Seattle, one in the East Coast.
Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, in Massachusetts. So
Were you there?
No.
we not only did we get to interview him tonight, we got to witness the kind of like an almost fight.
Yeah, nothing happened.
Nothing
But
happened.
the guy stood up and, yeah.
Security.
We don't get it. Yeah, his jokes are. DiPaolo's got some of the best jokes I've ever heard. So we're not trying to. I don't want to look like we're just saying he's this kind of comic. He's just a guy that you should go see and you should see live, and he's unreal.
We really painted quite a word picture with this big guy stood up and then he stood up again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's a typical drunk.
That's what happened,
fight.
you
He
know?
stood up, and the guy goes, "Out. You know what? I'm gonna get arrested. I don't care. I'm not afraid to get arrested."
Yeah.
DiPaolo's just standing there, and then the security comes over. They kind of grab him, and then he keeps going back and forth. There was never even any like strong physical
No.
movement, but
And then DiPaolo continued his show and was just as funny after.
just as fun, dude. Just
as funny.
yeah.
But it has to be said that his show, I mean, pushing buttons would be that would be too light a way to express what goes on. He is hardcore. I mean, there's no comedian I can think of that even comes close to saying the level of stuff that he says. I mean, and it's honest. I mean, I got to give him credit. At some point he said, like, I'm a racist. He made a joke.
Right.
Like, I'm a racist. I mean, he goes all the way. There's no line. There's absolutely no line, which I think is fantastic and beautiful to watch, and why comedy is so important. I don't have to agree with all the things that he says, but he's extremely funny. His jokes are extremely well-crafted. About as well-crafted as you can get.
Yeah.
His rhythm is fucking poetic, and he's aggressive, man. He's the most aggressive comedian I've ever seen.
Well, that's the thing with Nick. There's not an ounce of insincerity about him. I think he's the closest thing we have to a Lenny Bruce. As Stanhope also. Stanhope and Nick both. As Nick points out, I think Stanhope goes to a direction that is a little more acceptable by show business, with Nick being so far kind of right. But there's no insincerity in Nick at all, as most comedians. I think all comedians have, other than him and Doug and maybe Louis. But even Nick doesn't care if you like him or hate him. He has some feelings that he wants to get out there, which I love.
And like you said before, he's the type of comic where you're gonna leave. You're not gonna have an apathetic reaction.
Oh yeah. People fucking hate him.
Yeah.
I mean, they really fucking hate him, or they love him.
Yeah. He makes you feel something.
Yeah. No one walks out and goes, that guy was alright. Yeah, no. There's no one a week later where you're like, oh, who'd you see that night? Some guy. He was.
You're gonna remember
They
it.
fucking They and that's what you want in show business.
He's throughout the whole show. I was just glued. It's like you have no idea what's gonna happen next, and that is a pretty exciting aspect of watching him. You don't know what's gonna come out of his mouth. You don't know what direction, because he switches gears a lot. He'll go on some rant about Obama, and then he'll switch gears and say something self-deprecating about himself, and talk about his marriage for a little bit. So he's moving around. So it's not like a one-note performance.
But
and it's very unexpected, and that's a great aspect of comedy, the surprise element. He had me on the edge of my seat, man.
It's all real and it's all funny. It's all real funny.
Yeah, they said Attell said he's like, the comic, like Attell kind of looked up to him in another podcast.
Well, there's no legitimate comic who doesn't think that Nick is hilarious and one of the best ever. Yeah, I think Quinn said that too. He's like, he's the only guy. If there's a group of 20 or 30 or 40 comedians, he's the only guy that would be making all of the comedians laugh.
Yeah, I could see that in a
And,
second. And he's so his fucking craftsmanship. I marvel at that. The jokes are just when he wants to go machine gun, like it's just tight, and it's rapid fire kind of punchlines and descriptions and analogies that are just so fucking funny, man. You know, really good. So it was a real pleasure. The second time we saw him, we talked about him before in the podcast from the first time we saw him, and the whole Matthew Shepard thing and our opinion on that. But it was a pleasure. I was a little disappointed. I guess we just ran out of time, or I was a little too intimidated. But I really wanted to push him on that persona bit because, like I said, that was something we talked about a lot. And when I watched that documentary about Boston. That was one thing that stuck out of my head. I think we've talked about it before in the podcast. So,
whatever you want to do.
Somebody pick it up. Somebody pick the ball up.
This is what it was.
It's getting uncomfortable. We love you, Nick. We think you are terrific. Boy, this guy is really great.
I was waiting for somebody to jump in, man. I'm
I
out of
know
shit.
what else to say. It's uncomfortable because if he does listen to it, I got to see him and spend like a week with him, so I'm getting uncomfortable.
Hey, you guys fucking, it's a good thing you called it. Could be better. It fucking sucked.
It's really weird.
Jesus Christ, what a fucking abortion that was.
I mean, you guys are never going to see him again. I got to fucking hang out with him next week and be like, I really think you're terrific. Like, believe me, after this, he is not going to want to see you guys. You guys are costing me my job right here. I'm not going to work anymore.
No, he was fantastic, man.
I'm just kidding. I want you guys to think that he's going to listen to this.
There's not a chance in hell he doesn't even remember the name of it.
Yeah, we'll know if it goes to 6 listeners.
Will you play it for him?
Yeah, when we're in the car together.
Yeah.
Hey, you hear about this new song I just heard? It's got a long intro.
Listen to you going, all right, is the show started yet?
Yeah.
I think he really liked this show, though. I think he would really like it.
I think he would.
Yeah, no, he would. He would want to listen to it and he'd want to hang out with us.
I think you would, yeah.
That's what I dream. That's what I
couple
dream
of fucking
is.
douchebags like us, yeah. Let me go hang out with a couple of guys who got a podcast. And chase me down into a green room through my buddy Joe. I'm like, hey, can we interview you?
So, this is going good, and
it's going
It's going well.
Well, we got to move on
Joe's
at
a
some
great
point.
We have to move on.
We have to move on to another topic.
Yeah.
Because we exhausted.
That's why at the beginning I was like, hey, we should write talks down. No, we're talking about the Nick DiPaolo thing, and that's it.
Oh,
and
so
then,
I'm the asshole.
No, and then
I'm
look at
oh,
you.
did you Kokum, you can't take the reins and go, all right, let's talk
I
about
did take the
something
reins when DiPaolo.
else. You did take the reins because you guys could fucking have hate speech together. It was great. You guys can make the eye contact. When you guys were looking at each other, it was probably like, turn around every now and then. It was like a fucking match made in heaven with your political views.
So, yeah, well, I got to watch all three of y'all have that. I would still rather have DiPaolo on my side than all three. You'd rather have him on your side than a lot, than a multiple, than be at a rally.
Right.
So, Joe, you're from Boston,
Yes,
and we went there last week at Motley's Comedy Club, and Joe headlined it. And let me.
we co-headlined.
Yeah.
Nice move.
We get it what it was. Yeah. Co-headline Nate do type 15. I'll clean up this slack. Joe started comedy back in
1988.
88?
Yeah, I was.
He was a year after
Nick.
3 weeks after Nick, and he just now getting open for Nick, which is nice.
How
No,
did the shows go, man? How were they? From Joe's perspective. We heard from you guys.
The shows were pretty good, I thought they
Did
were
Chris
okay.
do good in
First
your
one-
version of the story?
I thought Chris did well the first night,
Yeah, it was-
and we had a great time all weekend. It was really fun.
Jump to it.
I stand by my decisions.
Fuck it, yeah.
No, you got to.
I do not stand by my decisions to let Chris on the show. We're hitting Chris while he's down. We didn't talk about why he's down.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
can't. We can't.
We can't.
But
But
I'm glad you brought it up, so now everybody's wondering.
Now everyone's
So,
going to
Well,
wonder.
they'll wonder.
he's
maybe.
still down
Well, you know
about
what?
his
He'll
set
get all the
9
fucking-
days ago.
yeah.
He'll get all those sympathy emails now.
Get
Like,
his
what's
sympathy.
wrong, Chris?
I took a shit on his rug when we walked in here. I
That's
thought it
what
would be a
happened.
funny prank.
No, it's here's the thing: is that we're having this contest on here with win a date with me, and I believe my ex-girlfriend, who I live with, also had a contest and picked a winner. So, you know, and he looked
Sound
like he looked like he enjoyed Def Leppard. We walked right by them on the street, and she's walking down the street with some tall guy with long hair and a motorcycle jacket. I'm with Joe List and Yannis. That sticks it to her.
Ironically, that guy, Nick DiPaolo. She was in the audience tonight.
Okay, so the elephant in the room is out of the bag.
Yeah, but that's
Say
fine.
the elephant or the elephant?
Elephant.
Yeah,
The
but
elephant in the room. Cat's out of the bag. Whatever you
like
want.
we
I did too.
but we broke up, and it's her right to go. I can't control that. That's fine.
Yeah.
we're roommates now, and I thought it would be longer than a week. Okay, but I'm the asshole there.
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
Can I recreate the scene for the people at home?
Yeah, go ahead.
We're walking down the street having a convo. Me, List, and Laker, and Jesse walks by with a gentleman caller, or it could just be a friend.
Could be just a
There
friend.
was about 4 of them all together. 2 girls, was it?
I kind of stopped looking after. I didn't recognize one of you.
The guy was so good looking, we didn't even notice who else was there.
Yeah, he was just. This guy was stunning. Wow. So anyway, all 3 of us were kind of participating in the conversation. We were having
That was funny.
We
Joe.
were having
Fucking
it was good.
I'm not gonna laugh at the moment. Okay, sorry.
Pretty good.
Sorry.
These 2 guys.
We didn't give you fucking.
I mean, you're not my target audience on these things.
Don't be some goddamn needy.
Joe's been hitting us with the zingers about
That's all
what just
I asked,
happened,
dude.
making Chris feel really great about what happened. So anyway, all 3 of us were participating in a conversation. Next thing you know, Chris just disappeared from the situation. I looked over, and you could see the heart palpitations on his face. I think you were kind of taken aback by that. It was unexpected.
No, it's tough. That's tough to see, and I also have my own little anger issues that I feed on rage.
Because it could have been nothing. We all think it was nothing.
It could have been
guys?
nothing.
I wasn't there.
It could have been. It could have been. But the point is, it does not. It doesn't matter either way.
Right.
So it's.
But the thing that enraged you is she didn't say hello.
Well, it's like I think she was trying to go by unnoticed. She thought she was. I would say, you know what? Really, she probably thought she was doing the right thing in that situation, trying to make it uncomfortable and go by unnoticed. That's what I would say.
Right.
So and fine, you know what I mean?
That's probably what it was.
Yeah.
Probably what
Now,
it was.
and I'm not moving out because I want that guy to hate my fucking guts.
So he's going to come over, he's going to start dating her, you're just going to be here laying in your underwear on the couch.
And be like,
I'm watching this movie.
Now you got to text her and tell you where you are. I think I'm going to go out and do some shit. Nah, man, she's cool. She could date dudes. I don't know what am I going to fucking do, man.
Yeah, it's bound to happen.
Is it going to be weird
so soon?
if...
Well, maybe I'll pull the trigger on some of these Craigslist ads I was...
looking at?
Yeah.
What if... it's going to be weird if you
out.
see them both in the shower.
What's
You can't
that?
hide that if they're both in the shower together.
Then
you
I
make spaghetti.
will absolutely start masturbating.
Right.
It'll be my. I'll have to up the awkwardness in any situation. That's what I like to do anyway.
Well, that's the thing that Joe has in common with you is you just had a breakup as well.
Did I ever?
Yes. His girl actually did the right thing and moved to Argentina.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Instead of
Totally.
so she's in Argentina now, and that is going good, right, Joe? Everything
going well.
It's
I'm
going
gonna
well.
get this. By the time that our friendship ends, you're gonna use the word
Yeah.
well
English.
properly and the
I
word
don't know.
good.
That'll
It's
never
about
happen.
Doing good means like you're doing something for charity. Like if I went out and killed that guy, I'd be doing good.
Nate doesn't.
So
Doing well is
so
like-
your ex-girlfriend's fucking well.
Yes, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Touche, motherfucker.
That was a well one.
And you actually, I think, have suffered more from your situation. Because I seen you in some. It looked like you were in some bad shape there.
Yeah, I was in bad shape for a couple months. I moved back home and cried a bunch, and I was a real
Got his
fucking
appendix
maniac.
taken out.
Because what Nate calls me, Nate thinks that it's gay or girly. Nate says I act girly, but really I'm just sentimental
means
and
you're a good dude.
and in
probably.
touch with my
Yeah.
feelings and care about things. And
So did you two have a song together? Did you have a song?
I
I'm
don't
sure.
think we
I
really
think
had
Joe
a
had a
song.
song,
Yeah,
but she probably didn't.
that was actually gonna be my punchline, but now that you say, it, I realize it's not good. It's not well. Excuse me.
It's not well.
Boom, saves it. I don't think we had a song. I don't know. I don't think we had a song.
Favorite movie?
Yeah, I don't know.
And what was? I'm just trying to
I'm
bring up
much
some of
more
these
comfortable
memories.
talking about your your situation.
She have a
I'm comfortable
favorite,
talking about my situation too. I'm fine with it.
Now, Nate has a breakup coming up, isn't that true?
Yeah,
It
that
is,
should
yeah.
be like about a
It
year or
should.
two
Yeah.
coming up down the pike.
Well, that's isn't. Don't we all? we all have. We all have
Before we got
breakups
on air,
coming
you were
down the
talking
pipe.
about it quite a bit, weren't you? Right before we got on air, you were
Yeah.
saying something about I can't wait or something. I don't know. I can't remember.
So she'll never see this one coming. Something like that.
Blindsider.
This one's coming out of left
jeez.
field.
A little blindsider.
I like Pat Dixon. Do you guys ever have Pat Dixon on this show?
No.
You should, because he doesn't have any friends that are comics you like.
No, he's
that was a joke about
Pat Dixon's fucking
I love Pat
hilarious,
Dixon.
man.
We
And we
shot
don't,
a-
we don't usually have comics on here.
Yeah, we don't. We
yeah,
try
noticed,
not to.
I
But
noticed by the fucking the hosts. I was gonna try to make a. You got the.
Oh, we're not comics.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
know. You guys
you,
all
you
stink.
stumbled over your own feet there.
Yeah, I think the crowd got it.
They got it.
The
They
crowd,
get it.
but the crowd, I mean, Mr. and Mrs. Bargatze. I made that joke twice already. Damn it! All right, I'm really reeling. I'm friends with Nick. Oh, Dixon has a joke about it. He found out his relationship was ending because I'm thinking about getting your name tattooed on my arm, and she goes, I wouldn't do that.
Right. Yeah. We,
Sorry, Pat, I just fucking ruined your joke
Yeah.
for
Pat
people.
Dixon, we did a comedy to go with him. We shot a little short film with this material, so check that out. YouTube.com /Ditch Films. Pat Dixon comedy. to go.
YouTube.com, that's my new website. YouTube.
Well, it's on YouTube. You can check it on YouTube. Pat Dixon comedy to go. One of my
The
favorite
new-
comics.
The new name of this podcast is Bring Up Comedians That Are Funnier Than Us That Aren't
Yeah.
in the Room Right Now.
That are not here.
This is just becoming the check spot.
This has been.
Oh, God.
I hate
We're just
myself.
talking about Nick
I'm
DiPaolo.
doing the
Yeah,
check
that's
spot
good.
with Lee Camp one Saturday.
Alright.
Yeah.
Right
So,
over here, right down.
We'll
right
probably
over
do,
there.
Why do they make you like go fucking to a studio? They have like a.
They'll probably make it because we
It's a
should probably
film
talk
set?
about this after
I mean,
this.
yeah.
All right.
I'll
So-
tell you later.
My God.
I've been on the check spot.
I'm gonna go
Not-
shopping later. You want to talk about that?
Maybe.
Losers. So we're going to interview our guest Joe. Joe, you've been to comedy for how long, buddy?
Almost 10 years, 9.5 years, I guess.
Nice.
9.5 years. No, it's good. You got a life in Gotham under your belt. That's good. So, you were down in Boston.
Yeah, you were opening for me.
I was. That one hurt. So when you go to Boston, you know the scene. We're talking about the scene. Like we just make this a comedy one about like the difference.
Yeah.
We want to ask Paul the scene.
Yeah.
You were talking about like the comedy scene. You want to go about the difference in Boston, and New York. Like, do you notice like what is like all your friends are still there, and I was down in Boston. It seems like a very tight knit group. They have a softball group that all the guys all play softball
Very
together.
Lesbian-ish. Yeah.
But it's like seems like a very tight knit group, of guys. Like, what do you think? Like, is there a huge difference in the scenes, or is the spots pretty much the?
There's a huge difference for a few reasons. First of all, in Boston, there's like fucking 60 comics there, and here there's probably 300 or 400, I think,
More than
Yeah.
that. Probably.
maybe more than that.
Yeah.
So in Boston, everyone kind of knows each other. Also, there's no show business really in Boston. I mean, you can get seen and stuff via festivals and whatnot. A lot of people have gotten successful out of Boston, but here everyone's kind of worried about their managers and their spots and their agents and comedy and it's very showbiz oriented. A lot of conversation is showbiz. In Boston, everyone's just going for the next line to shit on everybody else. It's a lot more fun, and not that it's not fun here. But I think it's funny because I think both towns, splitting my time in the two towns, I think both towns could take a little bit from the other one. I don't think there's enough fun, hangout, zinging, fucking around here, and there's not enough taking it serious and worrying about, or not worrying, but thinking about showbiz up there. But it's just such a tight-knit group up there. It's like a family. I moved away 3 years ago, and I still feel like much more part of it.
Is New York like the rehab of comedy?
I don't know what that means.
Like Boston's where you go and then you just get drunk every night and then you're like, I gotta go to New York and get my life together.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, Nate was saying you guys do quite a bit of drinking.
Yeah, it's a big drinking town. It's the same thing that Nick was talking about during his set and probably on the interview. Like, stereotypes exist for a reason. It's a real drinky time up there. But it's also like, and you were referencing it earlier, and Nick was talking about that the town is still the same way. Where that's why there's so many, I think, original acts and strong acts out of Boston. That people are everyone polices each other with thievery and originality and stuff.
So you don't see like big. I mean, you see Nick DiPaolo influence. Is he y'all's? Who is y'all have like a big guy, like a Tails kind of a New York guy?
Tons of them.
I know there's a ton of them, but is like DiPaolo or is
I don't know. I mean, up there's local headliners like Kevin Knox, who passed away last year, unfortunately, and Tony V, who you met, and there's that group of guys, kind of that you watched in that movie. All those guys are still there.
Lenny Clark,
and Mike Donovan, and there's a guy named Paul Nardizzi.
What's the movie? Say the movie.
When Stand Up Stood Out. Is the name of the movie.
Great movie about the Boston.
It is a phenomenal movie that Nick DiPaolo regretted that he wasn't on.
Yeah. So there's that whole group of guys up there, and then I don't know. I think everyone looks up to those same guys that you look up to here. The national guys like Louis C.K. and Bill Burr, and who ironically a lot of those guys are all Boston guys.
Patrice started there, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, y'all have had a lot of beasts come out of there.
Yeah,
Bill Burr, Louis C.K., Nick DiPaolo, Patrice O'Neill, Dane Cook,
Jay Leno.
Yeah.
Dennis Leary.
Bill
Burr.
All those guys.
Barb, what's his name?
Who is still
Bobcat,
Bobcat? Yeah, who is still there?
Tony
V.
A lot of the guys that people may not know about, because, well, that's the thing. A lot of those guys never left Boston because you didn't have to. In the 80s, they were making $3, $4, $5 a week, and they were living in their hometowns, and they were heroes. And people didn't leave because they was like, what was the point of leaving back then? They didn't realize that the fucking comedy boom was going to end. A lot of those guys did leave and came back, and so yeah, they're both great scenes. I wouldn't want to start in New York. I'm glad I started in Boston, spent a lot of time in Boston, and can still go back there.
Yeah,
starting in New York. I mean, Yannis, you started in New York. Chris, you started in New York.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that must have been like. It just seems horrific to me.
I tell you what it is. Chris made a good point about it once. It's a cynical point, but it is a correct one. When you develop an obscurity in another city, and you come to another city, people are kind of more wowed by your ability because they didn't see the hard process of you changing, you know?
Right.
So I think it takes a little longer to be appreciated sometimes when you get good in the city where you develop, because people seen you at so many different stages of your development. So someone might say, oh, you've seen Yannis, he's dope, and then some person has a reference from 4 years ago. It's like, yeah, he sucks, you know?
Right.
So it's there is a mystique when you move to a different city. It makes it a little, you get respect quicker. I can see that happening now with some of my favorite comics on the scene. Ali Wong, she came up in San Francisco, shifted over here. Now, I book her all the time on my show. She's fantastic. But nobody saw the bumps,
Right.
So
I think
developing an obscurity, like in a place like Boston, where it's more about the camaraderie and the art, and you guys police yourself tough. I could see that being a really advantageous way to develop.
I almost started. I started in Chicago, but I was basically here because I was a year in when I came here, but I had to go through from trying to get out of handing out tickets and barking for shows where you try to get people to come to the shows. So, that took a lot to try to get out of that, because I knew guys that, even when I started doing stuff, even when I did CMT, I thought, I know it's not the biggest thing in the world, but it was TV, I got to do stand-up on TV, it still didn't matter, people still were, weird about me trying to be, I don't know, maybe you should help us get this show going. So, you have to, fight, it is a fight to try to get out of that to where you go, no, I'm trying to move up.
And you know what, I got to give credit in a lot of ways. One day we'll probably look back and see how significant it is, even more so. But Dustin Chafin really, he gives the guys a lot of opportunities coming up. I know he gave me opportunities. I know that's where the three of us met, and that's where I met Mad Dog. A lot of guys who are actually funny.
He's a good eye.
He's got a good eye. And was he on board with Laker when we were? I remember we were in the back, we were kind of doubting the Lakes a little bit up top. We were like, I've never seen this guy get a chuckle. And fucking Dustin was in the back cracking up. And then I started to get it. I got to admit.
I wish Dustin was there last Saturday.
I think Chris is going to hit Jonas with a bomb.
That was the last one.
No, but, because,
if I didn't say shit that was funny, then I would feel bad.
Right.
I said funny shit.
You're funny, Chris.
Okay, fine.
We already had almost one fight today. No, we love.
Jesus fucking Christ. I'm in my living room.
Have some respect, Joe List.
No, that's fun.
Nah, it's just funny zingers.
He's
He's from Boston. They zing.
Yeah, no, we just bust the balls all the time. I get it. Ah,
Right. So, okay.
you're all funny. Okay, can we just fucking eat some eggs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, those guys are like fucking dude. Tom Dustin, your buddy Tom Dustin,
Yeah.
that other dude,
Alvin
Those
Davis.
fucking funny ass dudes, man.
Yeah,
I didn't
they're
see
good
Alvin
stuff.
on stage. Tom on stage.
You don't want to.
He's a funny fucking dude.
I'm zinging him and he's not even here.
Laker had a good rant about Boston at the end of the last. Was it 2 podcasts ago?
Yeah.
Great rant about Boston. If you're interested, check it out. It's really.
Nah.
I don't think I'll ever.
That was a zing on the show, not you.
Yeah.
That time.
All right.
Oh, speaking of, we were talking about the New York, Staten, and Boston, the whole thing. Bobby Kelly said this, not to me, but I heard it from someone. A lot of the guys and people that start in Boston want to move to New York prematurely. Like these assholes, they're like, "I'm gonna move to New York," and you're like, "What?" But Bobby Kelly said, when you come to New York, you should have people say, "Hey, that guy's really funny," as opposed to being like, "Oh, that guy's going to be funny."
Right.
Which is like, if you start here, you don't have that option. You just have to have like exactly what you were saying.
Right.
You have to be like, "Oh, that guy could be funny someday."
Right.
Where if you're out of town, you can get real good and come here.
I think the internet, he's talking about like Alley and stuff, and I think the internet helps too a lot now. So if you do start another scene, it's a little bit easier to find out who people are. So, because, even though the comedy is there's a lot of comics, but it's still a scene that you kind of know everybody. So I think the internet helps. So if you do move somewhere now, which it was much different a while ago, you could have, like, people go like, "Oh yeah, I've heard of you," and then they know, whatever it is they have in their head, like, "All right, I've heard of you here." So it helps you with, getting on shows. Maybe not the clubs. I don't think the clubs it really does, but like the rooms that everybody runs.
I would certainly say that.
Well said.
Yeah, definitely. And if you start developing a reputation in New York, whether you're from here or not, either way, however you develop, it means you're good. I believe it. This is where the best comedy's happening.
Yeah.
This is where the toughest rooms are. This is where the best are. And so if you get that word on the street buzz cooking that this guy cooks, then you fucking cook. So this is where you come to make your bones.
Especially as a stand-up.
Yes, as a pure stand-up.
A pure stand-up. And that's what's great. That's what the great thing about DiPaolo is he's a pure stand-up.
As pure as you can get, he's a
And
stand-up.
all those guys are just so great. And that's the good thing too, is you get to see all those guys a lot. And like I know you talked about like not watching them, and it's true. So you shouldn't watch them a lot, but because you can pick up not bad habits, but you can pick up their whatever they do.
That being said, I think you pick up a lot of good habits.
Yeah.
Too, though. I think most of the good habits I have are from watching Nick a lot.
But
It's
I
all- you
got
gotta
what he
keep
was
that.
saying. I mean,
Yeah.
I've always had that mentality. Like I don't have a lot of friends. I don't hang out a lot, and I look at it the same way I would look at it when I was working a job. Like I don't hang out with my coworkers all the time. I feel like they're coworkers. It's like I don't feel like I'm gonna get a lot of creative inspiration from hanging out with a lot of comics all the time. I want to go to museums. I want to read books. I want to hang out with non-comics, experience life, or else all my jokes are gonna be like about us fucking hanging out or being on the road.
But I do think the little offer point of that is I think my quickness, my quick wit, comes from hanging out with comics because you have to be very quick-witted.
I
when you're in a room
don't
of
find
comics.
that you actually have a quick wit.
No, yeah. So
So we just say something and Joe's like, "Oh no, you're an asshole." That's the theme of this one.
No, he's a zinger. He's fucking got funny zings.
I also will say, going back to Nick was talking about people watching him. I've also sat in the back when Nick was at Caroline's and watching Louis C.K. in the back watching Nick, which I thought was a fun situation where I'm watching Louis watch Nick, which is great. So I think there's still that thing. If you always want to watch the best at what you do, I'm sure fucking Albert Pujols likes and enjoys watching Barry Bonds at bats and whatnot.
yeah,
Absolutely.
What I'm trying to say is Nick is on steroids.
That's
And
how I
Louis
watched.
C.K. is Hispanic.
I stayed for Chappelle one night at the Cellar because Chris Rock stayed, and that was interesting to me to see Rock kind of be like, all right, let me watch this dude. Like, I know he knows him and stuff, but he sat and watched him, and it was, it's neat to see that. And that's the thing with Attell. That's what Attell
Well,
has.
whenever you see comics watching any comic, that means that comic is fucking good.
Yeah.
Whether the audience knows it or not, if there's comics hanging out or comics buzzing about, I'm going to stay and watch this dude, that dude's fucking good. Because they know the craft, they know what that dude's doing. Sometimes the audience, if a guy who's just popular with audiences, some of those guys are good salesmen, they get away with a lot of tricks. I'm saying it can happen. There's a lot of guys, you could be a popular comedian, it doesn't mean you're a great comedian.
Yeah.
And comics know. The majority of comics will know what you're doing.
Well, Yannis, I actually like Dane Cook, so I don't know.
No, I'm not saying anything about Dane Cook. I wasn't
kidding. That was a good zinger too. He's not even,
Oh.
Jesus Christ! What am I gonna do for a smile here? I have a fun story real quick about what we were just talking about. One time I was at the
Do ya?
cellar.
That sounds fun.
You want to thank you for being here.
I love liquor.
This used to be called It Could Be Better, but now it's called We Figured Out How to Make It Not
Now it's
Possibly
called
Better.
the Boston Zing Fest with Joe List
It's
and
called
three guys.
We Figured It Out, featuring Joe List.
Welcome to Rapid Fire with Joe List.
Rapid Fight with Joe List, you fucking Derek Cheetah.
All right.
I was downstairs at the cellar one time, and I went and saw Colin Quinn. Another dear friend of mine. If you guys want me to fucking make a phone call.
Please do, that would be interesting.
I'm saying the F word a bunch now. Beers. I went down to see Colin, and I was sitting in there's a seat like kind of designated for special guests. I said special guests, but or comedians or friends of comedians. Anyways, I was sitting there, and they came down and were like, "Could you slide over a seat? Jerry wants to watch." And Seinfeld was there, and he came down to watch Colin, so I had to move over a seat, and I was sitting next to Jerry, who was watching Colin, and then Colin referenced me in his act because when Colin walked in, I slapped him on the ass. He was like, "Yeah, this guy Liz thinks it's funny." Blah 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 blah. And then Jerry was looking next to me, and it was quite a thrill.
Yeah, that would be enormous.
That's a great story.
Yeah.
I like that you. Thank you for your sincerity, Nate. And now you're gonna start fucking zinging because they did. Nate was actually like, "Hey, that's a good story," and then Laker was like, "Fuck him," and then Nate was like, "All right, I guess we're gonna shit on him."
And what was Yannis like? Okay.
The fact that you called him Jerry the whole time, the whole story. So Jer comes in.
Well, I think we know
So
who.
Big
When
J.
we're talking comedy, I think we know who Jerry and Louie is, and Lenny. Not like I'm
Louis
saying.
Katz?
Jerry.
Yeah, Louis Katz, Jerry, Lewis, and. Yeah.
Are you gonna drink that beer, Nate, or are you gonna just fucking? So Joe List is gonna drink it, right, Joe?
Oh, have that beer. Let's
No,
split
you
that
can have
beer.
it,
We'll
brother.
split it. We'll split it.
All right, we'll fucking split it.
All right. So you want to listen to them split this beer?
Do you want to do the first half?
Sure. Whatever you.
So
You're the guest of honor.
you're the main guest.
You got us our biggest guest thus far.
So, Joe,
Me and you, Neil Rosen, Nick DiPaolo, probably our two biggest guests. Not to slight Gary Clegg.
And I can get Alvin David.
Yeah, Gary Clegg. That's the other guy that the comics doing. That's what Gary Clegg's got a chance to be one of the most successful guests, if not already has. He invented something. He invented the slanket.
Blanket with sleeves.
And he's enormous.
Copied by the snuggie.
So you've been some road stories. You've done the road. This is one of my stories.
No. We're doing side talk.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
So on the road, one of my favorite story that you tell is the show you do where you know what I'm talking about. You know my favorite story. I don't want to give it away, but the host.
Oh, the host? I don't know if I can tell it over the radio though.
Yes, you can, brother.
But it's a
Reach
kind
down
of a
deep.
physical thing though. So I guess I gotta tell it now.
I guess you gotta go.
That was anticlimactic.
Well, I'm doing a show in East Providence, Rhode Island, and the way they used to run the show, on Wednesday they would have an open mic. I'll just tell the story to Yannis. I think I told this at your birthday party, but I was falling down
I do
drunk.
remember. You did tell. It was a fucking fantastic.
And I
story.
fell through a table, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And then Soder, and then you guys called my girlfriend. She lives in Argentina now. You called my girlfriend and told her that I'm not coming home because my penis was too small. So anyways, I'm working in Rhode Island, and on Wednesday they do an open mic, and via audience applause, whoever gets the biggest applause gets to host the professional show the weekend for no money. So Wednesday they do it. Some kid wins who's done comedy. It was his first show ever, but he brought the whole audience, so he wins. So he is hosting the show. So this guy's second show ever is a professional hosting show. So I meet him and I'm like, oh God, we're fucked. This kid's the host. So I'm at the bar. The showroom has the bars in the back of the room because it's a nice club. So I'm sitting there with my back to the stage and I'm talking to the headliner, who's this guy Frank Santarelli, who played Georgie the bartender on The Sopranos. Hilarious guy. And I'm talking to him, I'm like, yeah, this host, this is his second show ever. I don't know what's going to happen here. And he goes up, he hear the show start, and he brings the guy up, the host. And I hear, like, I'm talking to Frank, and I'm not really paying attention. And I hear this big applause. And I'm like, oh, maybe this kid's not bad. So I look behind me, and there's no one on stage. The guy's just standing in the audience. And I turn to Frank, and I'm like, these fucking new comics with their wacky shit walking around the audience. No wonder why he's getting applause. He's doing some weird thing. And I look to my right. Frank's to my left, and I look to my right. And I look back to Frank, and then I'm like confused, and I turn back to my right. And the host is standing next to me. And he goes, whew, tough crowd, man. You're up. And I look behind me back at the stage. The stage is empty, and the entire audience, probably like 75 people, just have just turned, and they're staring at the three of us. Right. And I realized this kid went up there, did one joke. It got nothing, so he just went, Joe List, and walked back to the bar. So I had to jog up there and do my and his time.
Funny. Where we at, Nate?
We're good. So we're at hour 11. So
yeah, we are 37 minutes past where anyone was interested.
Right.
So
yeah. So we want to thank
There
Joe
we go.
List.
There we go. Joe List, everybody. No.
Joe List.
Joe. Yeah. It's always a pleasure. Come by every time. Come by any time.
And Lex, you got nothing or?
No. I'm not prepared.
Okay. No. This week it was a special edition, comedy
edition.
edition.
Yeah. It was good comedies. We got DiPaolo. We were very, very excited about that. Very gracious to Joe.
Oh, I'd like to add real quick that God is not real. I mean, it's so clear.
Oh, one for Chris Laker's side, and I guess my side a little bit.
All right, that was fun.
No,
right?
you can't claim that agnostic.
I'm agnostic.
I know. Pick a side.
So,
fruitcake.
All
right. So we will put this will be out.
I'm a moderate too.
Next week I will be in Iraq. So
yeah, we're gonna miss you.
guys. Will
be safe out there.
It's the only place you can get work.
Oh!
That's actually, ironically, that's a joke I just stole from Nick DiPaolo, ironically.
Yeah, and ironically...
I like to end the Nick DiPaolo show with a joke that Nick DiPaolo used.
No.
I didn't say we were gearing up.
Now what kind of shit is that? The point. I'm good to come...
Because they saw it coming. And I wanted to quiet
So let
everybody.
me just fucking...
All right, I'm sorry.
We're done.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You see, I still want to say what I was going to say, but now it's completely fucked.
Because I broke the rhythm.
There's no way anything I could say would be funny right now.
Because I broke the rhythm.
That is correct.
Let's end the let's end.
What are things that Nate Bargatze has said?
No. It was actually more not a zing. It was a joke. It was a joke, kind of towards. I'm not. This is stupid. Can we end this?
Yes, we're going to end this. So, yeah. All right. We will see y'all next time.
So we're taking a week off, right?
Probably a week off. Now, I'm going to call Jogglebug. So maybe you listen to Jogglebugs. I'll try to leave a few messages about Iraq and see if my blood type situation has become a problem.
Yeah, and make some comments about what you think about my and Nate's body from last episode. We put the picture up.
They liked it.
Did you guys like that?
They loved it.
Keep calling in on the voicemails. Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
See you guys later.
Oh, and Joe, you have your website up?
Yeah.
JoeListComedy.com.
JoeListComedy.com.
And then on Facebook, it's Joe List is very funny. Is my fan page.
No, he's not.
Perfect ending. Thanks for having me.
And Last Comic Standing. Okay.
Yeah, it'll be on Last Comic Standing. Joe List is very funny on Facebook. And
JoeListComedy.com.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.